let me tell you what happened.
You are not going to believe this.
No ways, that actually happened.
Based on a true story shared on Reddit. Her boss said, and I quote, "Well, we can all hear you perfectly. 30 people on the call, all of them listening, and she had just said her meeting was, quote, the most pointless thing she had ever attended. This is that story."
Okay, wait, before we even get into this, I just need to say, I felt this story in my soul, like physically. My stomach dropped when I read it.
Same, I nearly knocked me tea over. Right from the first line I was like, oh no, no, this is absolutely mortifying.
Mortifying, yes, that's the word. For anyone learning with us today, mortifying means so embarrassing that you want to disappear from the earth entirely. Like, not just a little awkward. We're talking full-on wanting to cease to exist.
It's one of them words that just sounds like what it means, doesn't it? Mortifying, dead good word actually. And trust me, what happened to this poor lass, completely 100% mortifying.
So let's set the scene. It's a regular Tuesday, an ordinary, unremarkable Tuesday at an ordinary company. Our storyteller, let's call her Jamie, is working from home. Her roommate is sitting nearby, probably on the sofa with a laptop or a coffee, and Jamie has a team meeting, a big one, 30 colleagues, her boss, a video call.
30 people, that's not like a small check-in. That's a proper company-wide thing.
Proper, exactly the right word. That's a big deal meeting. And honestly, those big meetings are often the most boring ones as well, aren't they? Like the bigger the meeting, the less anyone's actually paying attention.
Which is perhaps what gave Jamie a false sense of security. She'd been on the call for a while, things were dragging, and she looked over at her roommate and she thought, I am muted. I have been muted this whole time, so I can say what I want.
The classic mistake. The classic devastating mistake. Everyone who's ever worked remotely has had that moment of, wait, am I muted? But she didn't even question it. She just assumed.
And look, I get it. When you're stuck in a long, boring meeting and your roommate's right there, you're gonna have a little side conversation, aren't you? It's human nature. The problem is when you forget that 30 humans on a video call can also hear your human nature.
So Jamie leans over and she says to her roommate, or so she believes, this meeting is the most pointless thing I've ever attended. I'd rather watch paint dry.
I'd rather watch paint dry. That's such a, okay, listeners, that's a great English expression right there. Watch paint dry. It means doing something so unbelievably boring that you might as well be literally sitting there watching paint dry on a wall. It's the ultimate way to say something is dull.
Me nan used to say that. I'd rather watch paint dry than sit through another one of your Uncle Derek's speeches at Christmas. Classic expression. And Jamie used it in exactly the right context, except, to her entire company.
There is a beat of silence on the call, one of those silences that stretches just a half second too long. And then her boss speaks.
Dude, I got chills just hearing that.
Well, we can all hear you perfectly.
Perfectly, not we can hear you perfectly. Like he wanted to make sure she understood. Crystal clear. No static. No lag. Every single syllable of pointless and paint dry came through in stunning audio quality.
I love, and I say love in the most horrified way possible, that the boss went completely silent first. Like he didn't jump in immediately. He just let it sit there. Let her comment just hang in the air for a moment. That's so calculated.
That's cold, that is. Proper cold. He wanted everyone to register what had just happened before he said anything. 30 people all going, wait, did she just? And then he confirmed it.
And what did Jamie do? What does any reasonable person do when they have just insulted their entire workplace in front of 30 colleagues and their direct manager? She left the meeting.
She just clicked leave. Gone. No apology, no haha, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, no awkward laugh. Just bye.
Honestly, respect. I mean, what else do you do? There's naught you can say in that moment. The damage is done. You've called the meeting pointless in front of the boss and 30 coworkers. An apology's just gonna make everyone sit in it longer.
That's such a good point, actually. Like, what's the alternative? Oh haha, I didn't mean it. Everyone knows you meant it. You meant every word. You were talking to your roommate privately, or so you thought. That's the honest version of you, the unfiltered you.
And so Jamie closed the laptop, and then she called in sick for 3 days.
3 days, she bought herself a 3-day buffer, which is actually quite strategic when you think about it.
Oh, totally. Day 1, everyone's in shock. Day 2, the gossip is at its peak. You do not want to be there for day 2. Day 3, people are starting to move on. There's probably some other drama happening somewhere. By day 4, you can maybe show your face again.
Let's talk about something interesting here, the psychology of the mute button, because this is not the first time this has happened in the history of remote work, and it will not be the last.
Oh, there's loads of stories like this. I heard one where someone's kid came in during a call and started going on about how Mummy said her boss smells funny, and the boss was just there, on the screen, listening.
Kids are absolutely brutal, zero filter, but honestly adults aren't much better when they think no one's listening. Like Jamie's comment was pretty tame, all things considered. She didn't say anything mean about a specific person, she just said the meeting was pointless.
Which, to be fair, half the people on that call were probably thinking exactly the same thing. The difference is everyone else had the sense to keep it to themselves.
There's a word for that, composure. Keeping your composure means staying calm and controlled on the outside, even when on the inside you're thinking, I would genuinely rather be anywhere else on earth. Professional life requires composure almost constantly.
Composure? Yes. Like I have sat through meetings where I was internally screaming, but you maintain your composure, you nod, you maybe type a fake note. You do not announce to your roommate that you'd rather watch paint dry.
The composure was completely lost the second that boss said, "We can all hear you perfectly." Whatever composure Jamie had gone, vanished, which is why she had to leave. Because if you've lost your composure that badly, there's no recovering it in the moment.
Now the question everyone wants answered. What happened after the 3 days? Did she get fired? Did she go back? Did she face the music?
Face the music, another great phrase. That means to accept the consequences of what you've done, to go back and deal with the situation you created, even when it's uncomfortable.
Which takes proper courage, that does. Going back into that office or that video call after something like that, knowing every single person was there, knowing they all heard it.
According to the Reddit post, and this is where it gets interesting, Jamie did eventually go back, and apparently the boss never directly addressed it. Not formally, anyway. No meeting, no HR conversation, no written warning.
Wait, really? He just let it go?
I wonder if the boss felt a tiny bit guilty. Like, if 30 people are on a call and half of them are secretly agreeing that it's pointless, maybe hearing it out loud was actually a bit of a wake-up call.
That's a generous read, Millie, a very generous read, but I kind of love it.
What Jamie described in the comments, and she was quite candid about this, was the lingering awkwardness. That feeling that doesn't go away quickly. She said for weeks, every time she joined a meeting, she triple-checked that she was muted. And there was always this undercurrent of everyone remembers.
Undercurrent, that's such a good word for it. An undercurrent is like something that's beneath the surface. You can't necessarily see it or touch it, but it's there, running underneath everything, like a river current under still water.
There'd be an undercurrent every time she spoke up in a meeting after that, I'd imagine, like people would remember. And sometimes someone might make a little comment or a smirk. That undercurrent of, we all know what you said that day, just quietly flowing under every interaction.
She also mentioned something rather poignant. She said that after it happened, once the mortification faded, which took quite some time, she actually felt a strange kind of freedom, because she had survived the worst possible work embarrassment she could imagine, and she was still there.
Oh, that's okay, that's actually kind of beautiful. Like the thing you're most scared of happened, and you're still okay. You called your meeting pointless, you told 30 people you'd rather watch paint dry, you lost your composure entirely, you ran away for 3 days and then you came back. And life continued.
That's proper resilience, that is. Facing the music even when it's absolutely mortifying. Coming back even when every part of you wants to quietly quit and move to another country.
I mean, moving to another country is also a valid strategy. I'm not ruling it out.
Fair enough.
Let's take a moment to appreciate the vocabulary we've worked through in today's story, because Jamie's disaster has actually been quite educational.
Right, so we had mortifying, which is that extreme earth-swallowing embarrassment. We had watch paint dry, the expression for something unbearably boring. We had composure, keeping calm and controlled on the outside. We had face the music, dealing with the consequences of your actions. And we had undercurrent, something beneath the surface that influences everything around it.
All of them came from one person forgetting to check if she was muted. The things you learn from other people's disasters, honestly.
And that, I think, is the lesson, not just the English lesson, though that matters, but the human lesson. We all have moments where we lose our composure, where something mortifying happens and we want to disappear, where we genuinely rather watch paint dry than deal with what's in front of us.
But you face the music. Eventually, you drag yourself back, and the undercurrent of embarrassment fades slowly, but it fades.
And you always check that you're muted. Always.
Always check the mute button. Words to live by. Thank you to Jamie, wherever you are, for sharing this story with the internet so that the rest of us could learn from it, laugh with it, and honestly feel a little better about our own worst moments. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone, and keep your composure out there.
And check your mute, seriously, every time. Laugh. Drop us a like.
Hit follow and never miss a story.
Subscribe to English Through Stories. Find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. See you on the next episode.